Well, Tara, we have a collection of awfulness this week. And there's a surprising amount of video of the awfulness this week. This is a We Got Video parade this week. I am so happy we don't have video of our first story. Let me get the intro playing because I would not want to see video of the first. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. Oh, God, help us, no. Let's get the intro. Where's my intro? Where is it?
I don't have it.
Each week, Catherine, Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? And
Crazy.
okay.
I'm crazy for
Everybody who's gone in for a job has had to do the drug.
I've only ever had to do the drug test for one job.
Well, it's for me, at least for the tech kind of jobs I've had to work, every time they want pee and they want hair every
Which is
time.
Crazy because don't you kind of expect tech dudes to be on something?
You do. So
I feel like if they're not at least doing pot, they're probably not very good.
So with that in mind, you have to understand, lots of people want to try to get around the drug test.
Yes. This saw Forensic Files. Dan likes to fall asleep watching Forensic Files. He's an old goth, okay. And there was one where there was this rapist gynecologist, and they were testing his DNA, and he beat the DNA test by wearing long sleeves and getting someone else's blood and like taping the sack to his arm. And he was like, you know what? I'm really weird about needles. Let me just do it myself. And they let him do that.
No.
And he got away with it for like 20 years before they made him test the DNA again.
Well, the main way people try to get around drug tests is to get someone else's pee.
Right.
And this guy thought, hey, well, if I go in there with cold urine, they're going to know. So
Right.
I'm going to need to warm it up first.
Not in the workplace microwave, I hope.
Worse.
Oh, no!
Police evacuate Beaverton 7-Eleven after microwave explosion finds urine inside.
And he blew the place up?
He blew the microwave up. Officers evacuated a 7-Eleven.
What did you eat?
What
kind of drugs are you on?
Officers were called out to the store.
It's not yours, so.
Reports a strange object was left in the store's microwave. The store was evacuated out of an abundance of caution. The explosives units were called out to investigate. According to police, the object turned out to be a urine sample that was wrapped in a hand warmer.
No. Those hand warmers, those are not...
That's better than some of the stories I have.
Those... Really?
Yeah.
Where do you microwave your urine?
No, I'm talking. I've been in HR long enough. I've seen everything.
Oh, okay.
You see,
hand warmers are not microwave safe.
Because, some of them contain metal. Anything with metal, if you put it in the microwave, something bad is going to happen.
Yeah.
Microwaves do not like metal. Metal do not like microwaves. It's how it works. You don't put metal in the microwave because, and in this case...
God, you know what that had to smell like?
Well, somebody in the channel did note your boiled cat piss story.
Yes, I have smelled singed cat piss, and that's horrible. Like the city of Malibulge in Dante's Inferno, that's what it smells like. It smells like burning cat piss. Guarantee.
And I feel so bad for the guys working in the 7-Eleven.
I kind of picture the guy from Grosse Point Blank. No, I'm not okay. Hurt, pissed.
Pissed.
Like, yeah. He does not make enough money for that.
No, because not only are you... It's not like when a microwave explodes and they call the police clean the place up. No. What happens is they come and they take pictures and they write a bunch of stuff down. Then they all go away, and it's just you and the piss microwave.
And poor Todd, who makes $8.50 a fucking hour, has to put on what passes for a biohazard kit in retail, which is a pair of rubber gloves, and clean up your fucking urine.
And the exploded microwave, which is probably even better.
Right.
The employees must be pissed off about this. No, chat, no.
So what happened with his drug test? I mean, I guess he got arrested. So.
They don't know. They're looking through the security camera. They haven't found him yet because he just sort of left it and walked away.
Like, presumably he had an appointment for this thing. So, like, I can't make it. I don't have to go right now. That's fine. You can drink some water. No.
Next up, oh God, you know what I'm not going to miss is apartment living.
No.
But a lot of things apartments are nice for, you know, I mean, having a maintenance guy on call to cover anything, that's nice. But one of the things that's not nice about the apartment is when they have to do repairs on the building, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
I remember once I was trying to do work on a video and they decided it was the day to replace the roof.
Nice.
Bam, 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 bam.
I used to live on the top floor of a 3-story building, and I swear, like 3 mornings out of the week, some fucking like Godzilla would be stomping around the roof at 7 a.m.
But at least in that respect, I wasn't, you know, it was an inconvenience. This shit is absolutely nuts. Second floor residents, people rescued after apartment removes stairs.
No.
DeKalb County, Georgia, firefighters rescued several people trapped on the second floor of an apartment building after the complex removed the stairs.
Why?
Staircase at the Maple Walk Apartments in Decatur is the only way in and out of several homes. Neighbors told Channel 2 Sophia Choi they woke up to the stairs being removed and no way to get down. They found notices on their doors saying there would be no access to the stairs until Thursday.
That's nice. No.
Shanta Tiller said they gave us no notice, nothing. They were already taking the stairs down when we got the notice this morning.
Yeah, you can't do that. Because people have things like jobs.
Yeah.
Medical emergencies.
And they are
Meals on Wheels, visiting nurses, dogs that have to get walked. And you can't just like trap people in their homes.
I don't know about you, but when I had to get up to go to work in the morning, I would be like coffee, car, not even thinking about it, just walking, just stumble out of the house. So I am amazed someone did not fall down expecting the stairs to be there and just gone.
Yeah. What my old building used to do all the time without warning you is turn off the water for 2 hours in the morning for like maintenance. All the time. I don't know what was wrong with the water in this place, but like all the time, the water would just be off for like 2 hours at a time. So you'd be trying to get ready for work and you'd go to turn on the shower and and no water.
Oh, they offered to pay for hotel rooms for the residents.
Which is great if you can get there.
Yeah.
You have to be able to get out of your home with a bag. Didn't really think that one through.
You can't do that shit. You
gotta plan a little.
Yeah. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a fire.
Oh God, if there was a fire, people would be dead.
So many dead people.
All right. Next, and again, we're getting stories from the Washington Post now. This is the world we live in, where Washington Post stories are showing up on my show. They should not be on my show.
Reality has no meaning anymore. We were watching a commercial tonight. I'm just going to go off on a million tangents today, apparently, and I apologize. That the whole theme of the commercial was like a dad raising his son and changing his diapers and going to his baseball game and like really being close with his son. Do you know the music they used for this commercial?
What?
Cats in the Cradle. The song's about the opposite of your little montage.
Yeah, it's about fucking up the relationship between father and son. It's
reality has no meaning anymore, so fuck
actually reality does have a meaning. She just got arrested for leaking documents to the end.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
And there's your follow-up.
Oh, wow. This was 10 minutes ago.
Peggy's now trying to eat the feather that came off.
She will eat the whole feather and poop it out all over the litter box.
Okay, we're done.
She clogged up the fancy litter box with a feather from one of those things.
So, what comes to your mind? Who comes to mind when you say Harvard?
Well, Barack Obama went to Harvard.
Yeah. Also, such illustrious people as Mark Zucker. Oh wait, and Jared Kushner. Oh no.
Well, Barack Obama went to Harvard Law. I don't know if he went to Harvard grad.
So, let's just dive into this because I'm sure people have feelings about this story, and I want to slap those feelings down.
I love slapping feelings.
Harvard withdraws 10 acceptances for offensive memes in private group chat. The Facebook messaging group was at one point titled Harvard Memes for Horny Bourgeois Teens. Began when about 100 members of Harvard's incoming freshman class contacted each other through the university's official Class of 2021 Facebook group.
That's a thing now? Like, remember when you had to find your new roommate's phone number?
Yeah.
And, like, write physical letters to determine who was going to buy what?
Yeah.
Now you already know your whole freshman class before you get there.
They created a messaging group where students could share memes about popular culture. Right. Trend on the internet among students at elite colleges. But then
it's a trend among everybody, guys.
But then the exchange took a dark turn, according to an article published in the Harvard Crimson on Sunday. Some of the group's members decided to form an offshoot group in which the students could share obscene R-rated memes. The students in the spin-off group exchanged memes and images mocking sexual assault, the Holocaust, and the deaths of children, sometimes directing jokes at specific ethnic or racial groups. One message called the hypothetical hanging of Mexican children piñata time, while other messages quipped that abusing children was sexually arousing. University officials caught on, and in mid-April, after administrators discovered the offense, racially charged meme exchange, at least 10 incoming students who participated in the chat received letters informing them their offers of admission had been revoked. Now, the response to this has been, this is private, it's our stuff. You can't stop us. Free speech. Yeah, except, here's the thing. You were doing it under the auspice of, we're Harvard students.
Right.
This is a private Harvard Facebook group. You are using their brand.
Yeah. Like, if you created your own little offshoot group.
And nowhere in there use the word
Assholes
Harvard.
2021.
Right. Don't use the word Harvard anywhere.
Right.
Don't. But
they couldn't do shit. This is the equivalent of, like, you can hang up your weed poster in your dorm room, but not in the quad.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, no, it's like if I worked for Coca-Cola and on my off time I went home and I posted all sorts of horrible shit online, as long as I did it as Bob, I'm fine. But if I do it as Coca-Cola employee Bob, that's a problem.
Right. Like, I work at Coca-Cola, and
yeah, I work.
No, they're not going to be cool with that.
Have a Coke and a smile, and let's get down to some genocide. No, they're not. They're not going to be. No, you don't get to. You can say whatever you want in America, with one exception to mind, the fire in the crowded theater thing. But You can say just about anything you want in America. However, you do not escape the consequences of what you say.
Freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences.
Yes.
If you walk up to The Rock and call him a fucking douchebag and The Rock punches you in the face, The Rock has not violated your First Amendment rights.
No.
He's committed assault. But my point is...
fighting words. That's one of those areas of the law.
But...
Yeah, just for all of you...
you don't get to be like, First Amendment! No.
Just for all of you wannabe meat space edgelords, I would seriously look into the definition of fighting words before you go out into the really real world.
There is such a thing as verbal assault.
Yeah, and you are... If you provoke someone, they can punch the shit out of you. It's in the law. Look it up. You are not allowed to go provoke people. It's a thing. But you can't just represent a group. And in a group that's representing it's branding, they don't want to be associated with this shit.
Yeah.
It's on so they disassociated themselves with you harshly. You pissed them off.
And that's not to say that half the people at Harvard aren't racist as fuck, because they might be.
They might be.
It's entirely possible.
Possible.
But they're privately racist as fuck. They don't like people knowing that.
Yeah. You fuck them. Fuck you, little idiot. You were lucky enough to get into Harvard.
Right?
And you had to be all happy about your giggling
like,
about...
imagine being a fucking kid today, though. Because we did tons of stupid shit when we were kids.
Oh, Christ, yes.
But we didn't have Facebook.
You know, even if I do stupid shit today I don't put on Facebook.
We didn't even have MySpace until I was in college.
Nope. Yeah.
So, like, imagine being a kid today and your whole life has been social media. And you don't, we know that there's some shit you keep private because we were raised before social media was a thing. The damn kids today have had social media. They've had a Facebook page since they were in the womb because parents are crazy. And they don't know a life. Like, if you didn't post it on Facebook, it didn't fucking happen.
The internet is fucking forever, everybody. Remember this.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
All right, now it's Vidya time.
Vidya?
We have so many videos this week. Let's start in Des Moines, Iowa. And let's cue this up.
My nose is itchy all of a sudden.
Of all this is really one of those, is this the hill you want to die on kind of situations. Because there are reasons I could see for getting to a physical altercation with people. I could see that happening. Many good reasons, noble reasons that would stand up in court.
Oh, see, Dan wants to get into physical altercations because people don't put their carts away in the supermarket.
That's not a good one, Dan. Don't do that. Don't make Tara pay your babe.
Really
your
fucking worked up about it.
Don't. That really over the carts? Really?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
he'll like stare people down if they don't put their carts away. He's really aggro about it.
But this is not the hill you want to die on. Let's bring up the video. Oh, baby. This was caught at the drive-through of a McDonald's in Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, she was hangry, though. I've been hangry. It's not pretty.
So this goes on for 2 minutes. It starts with, here's what happened. 2 men and a woman were ordering McChicken sandwiches about 9 p.m. McChicken sandwich retail value $1. But apparently were hungry and upset about the wait time. They told police the woman came to the counter and started yelling she wanted either her food or her money back. Quote, "Give me my shit," the woman is heard shouting. Heated profanity-laden argument continued between McDonald's and the staff And the woman, the video shows, and there she goes.
Get
Man,
off the fucking counter, crazy person.
yep, there it goes.
That is not acceptable behavior.
It's going down, yeah.
That is not acceptable behavior. Were you raised in a fucking barn?
I don't know if you just heard it. Grab her hair, one of the men who accompanied the woman is heard saying in the video. After the woman went across the counter, the man she was with went through a door behind the counter and grabbed the woman around the throat with his arm.
Holy shit! Over
As-
a fucking McChicken?
As many as 9 people behind the counter were involved in the altercation. The men and woman then left and were not at McDonald's when police arrived. No one was hospitalized
You know
for
the food service is really fucking slow?
jail.
They ain't got no 90-second drive-through time.
No, they don't. Yeah, so
Like,
what?
I've been hangry. I've had my boss at my last job was legit afraid of me because of the time I told him off when I was hangry. Because I flipped the fuck out on him and had to explain that I had low blood sugar and was very sorry. And after that, he just didn't fuck with me.
A McChicken.
I've never thrown hands because I was hangry.
A McChicken.
I know, that's not even, like, go for the quarter pounder.
Popcorn Junkie in the channel is like, this is a classy establishment. Take your crazy tantrums to Hardee's.
Take that shit to White Castle, all right?
I mean, $1 chicken sandwich, you're going to jail.
Right. Like, you're up on the counter throwing punches. Think about your life.
And think about your friends, because any of your friends who's in this situation and looks over at what you're doing and responds with, grab them by the hair, that's not your friend.
But this shit happens. Like, I've said it before. When I worked at Starbucks, my coworker had a dude threaten to, like, take him out in the parking lot and kick his ass and wanted to wait for him because he told him we were going to have to charge him 60 cents for extra caramel. And he was like, when do you get off? I'll be waiting for you. Same night, I had a guy doing this at me because he ordered a drip coffee. I turned my back to get it, and he ordered something else to my back. So when I turned back around, I said, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat it? And the rest of the time he was ordering, he's doing this. And I'm like, really? You got to threaten me because I asked you to repeat yourself because you mumbled at my back?
No one you know later in life is you're not gonna be able to stand up and say, what were you most proud of in life? When I whooped that lady at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's
When
not
I
gonna.
threatened that barista.
No one is gonna be sitting there going, oh my God, you're a hero. No.
No. They're going to be like, wow, what's wrong with you?
Yes.
What did your therapist say about that?
Jesus Christ. Normal people don't do this shit. If you're doing this shit, you get some help.
Yeah.
Maybe make your own sandwiches.
I mean, I like McDonald's. I know it's shit food, but I eat there. We have one near us, and I eat there. It's good drive-through to get while I'm on my way someplace, and and sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes the person in front of you doesn't know what the fuck they want. Sometimes the person in front of you has 16 kids in the car that ordered 16 Happy Meals, and it takes some fucking time.
Mm.
But that's called life. And you fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
And if you're late getting to where you're going, then you should have just made your own food at home.
I mean, shit, when Sarah was here, we went to a Zaxby's. I don't know if you have those.
I do not.
They're like the not Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
They're the chicken establishment that doesn't outright hate the gays. So I go to that one.
They just quietly hate the gays.
I don't know, but they don't loudly hate the gays. That's the
Do you
best
guys
you
have
can hope
KFC
for.
down there?
What?
Do you guys not have KFC down there?
Ugh. Ugh.
KFC is Pepsi.
Ugh.
You can get like a vat of Pepsi at KFC.
Anyway, we were in the drive-thru for the Zaxby's, and it took them a while. You know what I didn't do?
Jump out of the car and start beating people up?
Yes! Because it's just fucking chicken. It's just a goddamn $1 chicken sandwich.
Yeah. that you didn't get anyway because you left. You didn't get your chicken, you didn't get your money, and you're going to jail.
Yeah.
What did you accomplish today?
You went to jail.
Yeah. They're just running up and down the hallway out there, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
They're pissed off I took their feathers away.
Oh. Well, you don't.
They can't eat them and shit them out.
Well, you don't love them.
I know.
So do you remember a few weeks back we had the guy, the drunk driver in China, who tried to beat the sobriety test by eating grass?
Yeah.
And we're like, that's not going to work. That's
No.
the worst idea for beating a sobriety test. Well, guess what?
We have a worse one?
In China. And guess what? We got video.
Do people in China, did they just get alcohol like last year in China?
Let's go to the video, everybody. We got video.
Just headline.
What you're watching here is a drunk driver who has stopped, stripped naked in the middle of the road.
And is swinging it like he's doing the whole show.
Motorists were stopped by traffic police in Zhaotong City, southwestern China's Yunnan province on May 24th. He was later found by police to be over the drunk driving limit and will also be punishing for stripping off. And was pulled over by police who wanted him to take a breath test.
They got it, I think.
They could. He thought he could be over the legal limit. He tried to escape the police before he was then forced to pull over. He then began stripping off his clothes, walking naked through the streets. 4 policemen can be seen following him as he crosses the road. He then hits a fence and begins shouting at officers. Officers take the decision to circle the man and try to get control of the situation. However, then the man fights back. Officers working together to carry the naked man along the road, who then starts to scream and move around. They say he smelt strongly of alcohol at the time.
How would this get you out of the sobriety test?
Yeah, this is not a good way to prove you're sober.
Like, do you think the cops have never touched a naked person before? Because they have.
They have.
And usually they're smeared in mud or their own feces. So, like, at least you're a clean naked person.
I can't, you know what? I can't imagine what would be a bigger libido killer than being a cop.
Being an ER doctor?
Well, ER doctors, well, it's different. Doctors are trained over many years. They're desensitized to working with, flesh and bodies and stuff like that. They
vacuum tube shoved up of asses.
Yeah. Police are not trained. Their training is different. And then all of a sudden they're thrown out into the world and there's naked, horrible people everywhere.
Dicks and guns up vaginas.
And then you go home at night and there's your significant other and they want to get frisky and you close your eyes and all you can see is a naked guy running down the street screaming and, covered in his own shit.
Yeah. I'm still not clear how this would get you out of the field sobriety test.
Yeah, I know. This is like one of those things that says, okay, we're giving you that sobriety test. In fact,
or fine, we'll skip it because you're obviously drunk.
Yeah, you failed the written. Let's put it that way.
Like, you know what? You win. We're not doing the test.
You drunk. You convinced us.
Because you did extra credit.
We are, yes, you convinced us. I mean, you're right. Did they just get alcohol?
I know. Like, is it new to them?
I don't think so. I think they've had it a very long time.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
But they don't act like they've had it for a long time.
They had gunpowder.
Like they got it last week.
They had gunpowder before we did.
And are unfamiliar with the concept. Well, they made opium.
Yeah. They're not. They're fine with the opium, but you give them a little.
No one invented opium. You should be able to handle your shit.
Give them a little bit of Goldschlager, and everything's off the fucking rails.
Because if I recall correctly, that's how they invented dodgeball, by tossing around severed heads in the opium den. That's what Patches O'Houlihan taught me. What?
And one last one this week. This is, of course, Florida. And
Wouldn't be a week without Florida.
oh boy, I want to know what. We're gonna scrape the video. I want to know how you get to this point in your life where this seems like a good way to spend an afternoon. Cause yarp. Let's just go straight to the video because the video is
Huh.
Here you go, everybody.
Oh, hell no. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
That's Florida, all right.
Qué tipo más descarado, hacer. Mira qué loco.
Okay.
Okay. That's special. I might have to put a little black box on that one for the recording.
Why they were blurred out?
Not in the video I played. It's very distant, but you can tell what just happened. Shocking videos emerged of a naked man masturbating while straddling the stop of a construction arm on a highway. The video, which appeared to have been shot by a moving car in Miami Beach on Sunday, shows the unnamed man on top of a cat digger. As the car passes by the man, it becomes increasingly clear that he is naked and pleasuring himself. Video.
And he has nothing to be excited about with that hair.
It's got a man bun.
No, he's got a Pebbles fountain.
He does?
He's got the full Pebbles.
He's got the full Pebbles.
His hair is as fucking erect as his penis is. And it should not be. Unless you are Flea or Perry Farrell, there's no excuse for that shit. None.
And of course, Savage Deathclaw. He tried to jack it on a forklift.
No, not a forklift, an excavator.
It's an excavator.
different.
But
My dad drove an excavator.
let us have this, Tara. Let us
And
have
I
this.
tell you, there's nothing sexy about an excavator because my dad drove one and he used to give us rides in the big digger thing, and it's not sexy.
One morning, this gentleman woke up and decided today's the day. I'm going to get naked, climb a piece of construction equipment, and jack it.
You know, that excavator just sits out there every day with no tarp on it,
Nope.
and it doesn't return his fucking texts. They hung out one time, and that fucking excavator won't even text him back. Doesn't even cover up.
Beatles Pokemon fan in the channel says, what an odd fetish.
We have someone in the channel called Beatles Pokemon fan?
Well, yeah, it's kind of truncated. I think that's
Are
what
there
it stands
Beatles
for.
Pokemon?
No.
Or are the Beatles Pokemon? Yeah, they're all kind of funny looking.
Wise guy goes, I'm the king of the world.
How do you not feel inadequate next to that thing?
Near, far, wherever you are.
I've been here for like 3 years. Sorry. I don't know all the nicknames in the chat. I'm sorry. There's a lot of you.
I just,
There are Pokemon based off Beatles the Bugs.
there are so many things I would do with a free day. I could go to the mall. I could go to Starbucks. I could hang out in the
You
park.
would never go to Starbucks.
Yeah, that's true. Starbucks.
If you got paid, you wouldn't go hang out at a Starbucks.
I'd go to the library, honestly.
But you wouldn't jerk it on top of an excavator?
I would not jerk it on an excavator.
It's not on your list.
Especially along the because
That's on my list. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
you're gonna go jerk it on an excavator.
Goddamn right I am.
Okay.
There will be video.
There will be. Okay, good. Just checking because we're gonna need that.
It's gonna cost you.
Oh God! Why would and just happily while the cars pass by on the interstate?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, I'm Dave. This is my penis. How y'all doing?
Maybe he's auditioning to be a sign spinner, but at the porn shop. So it's like no hands sign spinner.
Why would you? Why? Of all the, how is that fun?
Also, I'm afraid of heights, so I can't even imagine being aroused up there because I'd be too busy worrying about falling and breaking my skull.
Jay Walker in the channel is like, did he finish?
And that will eat the paint off that excavator.
They got him a fucking Kevin Smith movie. Well, did he come or what?
It'll eat the fucking paint off because I have an ex-boyfriend that did that to somebody's car because he was mad at them. And it ate the paint off.
Oh, Dan, don't act like you haven't heard that story.
No, I have. I was just the face was about who the ex is and not the story.
Oh, it's my high school exes.
Oh, I thought it. Yeah, I'm not mentioning names.
No, that's going in the Wayback Machine.
Okay.
Oh, all of us dated some idiots in high school. That's but yes. Do not climb construction equipment and begin to jerk it. Unless
I mean, things you'd never think you had to say.
unless it's your construction equipment and you have it in an enclosed space.
And you're legally married.
I mean, if you want
to
to
have its consent.
If you want to jerk an off on top of an excavator in front of a crowd, hire some motherfuckers, okay?
And you get that excavator's consent.
I do not need my ass driving down the highway at 6 in the damn morning, gotta go to a job, and oh, surprise, penis!
And the thing is, I feel like there are people that would pay to watch that.
Yeah, I said hire a crowd. He could probably just like, hey, who wants to come watch me jerk off on an excavator?
You could actually make money on that if you were smarter and a little enterprising. And then you could buy your own excavator. Like rent one for the day, charge people to watch, that'll pay off the rental fee, you squirrel a little aside every time, and then you buy your own.
And that's where Pornhub comes from. We've learned that there are several ways to deal with getting pulled over for being drunk. Stripping naked and screaming. Not a good one.
The best.
That's not going to help your case.
When dealing with the police, getting naked is never the plan unless they tell you to. Like unless they're like you're going to be strip searched. Then I guess you can get naked. Other than that, like ripping off all your clothes, never going to convince the police to let you go.
We've learned that the saying "pick your battles" pretty much means never have one in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Just don't. It's
McChicken's not even that good, man. It's not worth it.
It's not. McChicken's
It's not like you were waiting on a fucking Big Mac.
It's not a McChicken. It's not even like a big McNugget either.
I know. They're not even good.
I know. It's funny. The McNuggets taste one way. The McChicken tastes another.
Yeah.
It's just no. Don't do that. Don't. We've learned if you're going to take the name of an establishment in vain, you better hope they don't have a fucking lawyer.
Or a law school.
Yeah. Branding matters. There will be fucking consequences for your fucking genocide memes. We've learned if you have to do repairs in an apartment, let people know in advance.
Let people know before you take away their only means of egress.
It's not like a little surprise for everybody, you know?
No. That's not a fun prank.
It's not like you're spontaneously teaching people how to rappel. It's you know,
I mean, if they at least provided rappelling ropes, that would be something.
Here, free rappelling lessons today only. No, that's not. You can't write.
I mean, I don't think 110-year-old Myrtle in 13B is going to be great at it, but
oh, help me!
at least it's an effort.
I'm rappelling and I can't get up. And finally, this week we've learned if you're trying to beat the drug test, Number one, use your own microwave. And number two, metal and microwave are not friends.
They're not friends.
They're not.
They're like Triangle Man and Particle Man. They have a fight. Microwave wins.
Well, actually, does microwave win? Because microwave exploded.
I know. I was trying to think about which one of them actually. I
Yeah.
feel like nobody really wins.
Nobody wins.
I don't remember exploding pee in They Might Be Giants.
Give them time.
You didn't get the extended version.
Okay.
It's a deep cut. It's a B track.
If by some miracle
Number
they
2 track. I guess number 1 would be.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
if by
See, that's
some
why I'm a professional.
if by some miracle They Might Be Giants ever sees this, they might just write that song out of spite.
That would be great.